Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of That's All Funny. Episode number, what are we at? 625. No, we're doing it. What I do to just chill, I think. Just another day of chilling, sleeping. I don't know. I was just watching a lot of like wrestling stuff. I don't remember. I don't know. Applying for jobs, doing random shit like that, Um, fucking cashing checks, taking names, and I need to buy some I want to buy a lottery ticket. That's what I need to buy. Be cool. I don't feel like the lottery would really do much. So like even if I won uh like a million, I would still be looking for a job. Like man, million doesn't do shit in this economy. Or I don't think it does. Like that would just like pay my bills for a little while, like maybe a year or two, and then I'd be like, fuck, like where that like remember the movie Blank Check when he made himself a check for $1 million. Like, that doesn't do shit. What did that last him, like, a week? He didn't do shit, he already ran out of money. Fucking $1 million ain't shit, and then, whenever the IRS, Uncle Sam shows up, wants to fucking suck your tit for the suck the tea right out of your tits, all the T's in your tits. It's like 2 T's because there's 2 T's in the word tits. But yeah, let's check out the news here. Starting off with something pretty interesting. Musk's X is allowing users to post consensual adult content, formalizing a prior Twitter policy. So yeah, X is now XXX. I made that up. Nah, I'm sure it was a joke. Now it's allowing consensual adult content as long as it's clearly labeled as such. The move makes official a policy already in place when the platform was known as Twitter for billionaire Elon Musk purchased it in 2022. Yeah, we needed to put there that he was the billionaire. In the recent update, said users should be able to create, distribute, and consume material related to sexual themes as long as it is consensually produced and distributed. Sexual expression, whether visual or written, can be a legitimate form of artistic expression. So yeah, that's cool. I mean, I was already seeing titties everywhere on the fucking Twitter. I don't know why, like suddenly, you know what I mean? Like this isn't anything new. I've seen like there's a clip going on this chick in a Oilers, not even yeah, like a Oilers jersey, I guess a hockey team, and she's just showing her tits, which is great. I love seeing it every time. Like I don't bookmark that shit. I really should, but I love that it keeps being shared and then it pops up without me having to, because it always brightens up your day. A nice pair of like titties flopping around. Even if you're, I feel like whatever gender you might be, that would like brighten your day. It's almost like seeing a cat video, seeing a nice firm pair of titties bouncing around. Always a great way to brighten your day, right? Just like I said, like a kitty, kitties and titties. That's how it works. Um, but yeah, good thing for X. I mean, I won't be posting any sort of consensual adult content, but I don't know. I guess this content is already kind of adult, because of the the virus and I'm an old man. No, I don't know. Whatever. I'll see what we'll do with that. But yeah, speaking of adult content, though, not really, but it is. Pokimane reveals why her editor couldn't finish edits for her due to an addiction he had. So if you don't know who Pokimane is, I've talked about her a few times. She's a pretty famous streamer. She's pretty. I don't think she does like dirty things. She's just kind of a huge tease, right? Like every now and then she'll have like a nip slip accidentally, right? Accidentally, but she's a big streamer on Twitch. I guess she's just a gamer slash commentator slash pretty girl, right? So she can get away with it, right? The halo effect. But here's her revealing why her editor couldn't finish her edits due to an addiction he had. Let's take a listen at what she has to say. Let me put the volume up here and
talk, I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines. And I said, oh, like, great. Hopefully, this is something that we can fix. Tell me why he proceeds to tell me that the reason why he would sometimes turn around videos a week or two late is because he couldn't stop touching himself.
Okay, so a little bit there to unpack, right? So obviously she gets a lot of footage, right? I don't know, a bunch of B-roll footage of her just turning around, and maybe you see a little bit of her lower back. She looks like she has a pretty lower back, right? Like hairless too, right? Some women have a lot of hair on the lower back. Maybe she shows a lot of armpit, whatever he's into, right? I'm not gonna um like bash his fetishes or kinks, right? Because I'm all pro kink. This is a pro kink podcast, right? But yeah, she's a very attractive person. She is. So like I guess he just gets off on hearing her or seeing her like so much that he just like pleasures himself to her, which I mean, I feel like I don't know, okay, I get doing that, right? Cuz I'm sure I've jacked off to some women I've worked with, right? But you like, get your job done. Like, are you jacking off this much that it's making you unable to finish your edits of her? Like, this is really this is really interfering with your job that much? Like, she's that much of a distraction? Like, I think you're the problem, bro. Like hurry up and rub one out and then like get to work. Like edit her shit, you know? Like save it for one every 8 hours or something. Give like a smoke break, you know? Give yourself every 2 hours, go rub one out, come back in, and then take a lunch, another 2 hours, rub, you know? You know, we do it at work. I see a guy take a smoke break every time he's got to like go outside, you know? Just do it real quick and then get your job done. Come on. Like it's that easy. She's very pretty though. I will say. So I mean, I could see the issue, but I don't see if he's not meeting deadlines because of that, he's just not a good editor. He's not good at time management. So yeah, fuck that. But I thought I would talk about that because yeah, I would definitely like rub one out to like her B roll footage, but again, I would get shit done because shit still got to get done, you know. Moving on to women, yeah, still in the women. WNBA veteran Brittany Griner delivers forward take on Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. Okay, so I don't care what Brittany Griner has to say, but there's been a lot of talk recently about Caitlin Clark getting what's the word? She got like elbow checked by another player named, I guess, Angel Reese, and she hit her pretty hard. I don't have the footage here, kind of unprepared. But anyways, just imagine a big black woman hitting like knocking over a slightly smaller white woman on a basketball like court, and it was on purpose. And then she told her something like "fuck you, bitch" or whatever women say to other women, right? But yeah, that girl got a technical for it. Everyone's thinking, oh, they're being too hard on Caitlin Clark, whatever. I get it. She's a fucking brand new. They're hazing her, as the kids say. They gotta, you know, fuck with the rookies. They do that in wrestling too, right? Anyone who's green, they gotta fucking pull some ribs on them, right? And haze them and show them the ropes. But I don't see the big deal about this, right? All I know is Caitlin Clark is really making a huge shift with the WNBA because a lot of people are starting to care about it now that she's there. Like I actually care about it. I never cared about the WNBA at all. Even when the Brittany Griner shit was going down, I don't think anyone really cared. It was more about like, oh, we traded a fucking arms dealer for this man woman, you know? But it's strange to I guess see like a skinny white girl kind of dominating in like female man male man sport. Nah, she's with a bunch of girls. They're all like attractive, right? A lot of them. If you're into black women or other, bigger women, but they do have tall white women too. Those women, ooh, Jesus, those are Amazonians, dude. Look like that fucking chick that can grow in the fucking DC superheroes. That Amazonian, Jesus, that got me thinking about more fetishes. No shame to again, we don't kink shame here. But moving on to speaking of still about Caitlin Clark, Pat McAfee, who is a white dude. If you know him, I guess he was like a football punter. I know him as a commentator occasionally on WWE, but he has his own show called the Pat McAfee Show, where he talks about sports. Here he is talking about Caitlin Clark, and I guess he calls her something. Let's take a listen.
So I think what we're trying to say is what the WNBA currently has is what we like to describe as a cash cow. There is a superstar. And we're not saying that the players on the court need to act any differently. That's the athletes are going to do what athletes are going to do in any sport. And I think we're all learning that WNBA, that's old school football, baby.
Yeah,
That is old school football. But I would like the media people that continue to say, this rookie class, this rookie class, this rookie class. Nah, just call it for what it is. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar.
Okay, so if you didn't hear, he just called Caitlin Clark. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar. And out of context, that sounds kind of bad. In the context, of course, he was kind of rallying her up, like, "Oh no, she's that bitch." Like, "Ooh, girl, you're that bitch," or whatever, kind of like how when all the Australians call people cunts, it's like a term of endearment, terms of endearment. But he got a little bit of flack for this. He already issued an apology, not even like a day later, right? But I could see why people would talk shit. I mean, it's a white dude calling a white woman a bitch, a white bitch. I think he can get away with that, but it's kind of funny. But he's kind of true though that she is the cash cow right now. She is bringing in the viewers and she's putting butts in seats. She's pretty much a main eventer right now, and that's what the WNBA really needs to help bring the point across that they deserve equal pay, or at least pay closer to what men are making in the NBA. Which, of course, like if they want an argument for that, you need to start putting butts in seats and start getting those fucking TV views, right? And they are kind of doing that, but it's all because of the catalyst known as Caitlin Clark. But yeah, he's already issued an apology for that. That's pretty hilarious. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar. Now, I think he meant it in a good way, obviously, right? But lastly here, what I'm going to talk about, I got the news article here. Let me see. Spotify CEO does damage control after his reductive comments about creators spark backlash. So the Spotify CEO, Daniel Ek, and he looks retarded. He looks like if the Jason Voorhees didn't die, the little retarded baby grew up. Like that's what he looks like the little retarded kid that Jason Voorhees was when he drowned, when all those horny teenagers let this retarded kid drown. So Spotify CEO's clarifying comments he made about content creation after drawing backlash. Blah blah blah. Let's read. So this saga began last week when Daniel Ek on X posted, "Today, with the cost of creating content being close to zero, people can share an incredible amount of content. This has sparked my curiosity about the concept of long shelf life versus short shelf life. While much of what we see and hear quickly becomes obsolete, there are timeless ideas or even pieces of music that can remain relevant for decades or even centuries." His comments about the cost of making content being close to zero were what really pissed people off. People criticizing Spotify's royalty payments to artists, where it depends on who the artist is and what, but they're paying them fractions of a cent per stream. So yeah, everyone's pretty upset about that. So he posted something else after the backlash, saying, "Obviously seeing the feedback to this one and wanted to respond. It's clear I was far too vague in the post, including with my clumsy definition of content. I understand how it came across as very reductive, and that wasn't my intent. Just to clarify, my original point was not to devalue the time, effort, or resources involved in creating meaningful works, whether it's music, literature, or other forms of creative expression. Uh, what he meant to say, he's saying, was the significant drop in the cost of creation tools has led to an unprecedented explosion in the volume of what people are able to produce. Creation is only part of the equation. So yeah, he obviously made a little boo boo there by saying something, and then oh shit, no, I gotta spin this around. I meant to say this, and it's like, dude, you're making like all this money from other people's music, like it's pretty ridiculous, you know. Like I've had Spotify. I don't know when I had it, like 2 or 3 years ago, and I liked it for a little bit. I do YouTube music now just because I like YouTube without ads. Because YouTube with ads is like unbearable. So I'm gonna pay that premium shit, and then I get the music too. So what the hell, right? I don't care if people can't see my Spotify playlist or they want to say I'm ghetto if I'm using YouTube music. I don't give a shit. But yeah, it's pretty funny that this dude wants to tweet shit like that, and then you know, and then he wants to bring the price up $1 for Spotify Premium, and it's going up another dollar. Like, fuck, man, like you're a piece of shit, you motherfucker, right? But whatever. He's a billionaire. He doesn't give a fuck what I think. I don't think he gives a fuck what anyone else thinks. I don't even think Pat McAfee or the WNBA, Elon Musk or Pokimane, it doesn't matter. They're all fucking rich, and we're all here struggling to buy fucking bacon, and all we do is try to get that free trial for the Dollar Shave Club or whatever, and then unsubscribe or get the 3 months free on Spotify, or get it for real cheap and then unsubscribe or make a new account with a different name, or buy something on Amazon and return the broken one. We're all just trying to make it here, right? Believe me, I know I'm all about the overdraft, but what I'm not about is that's all funny. I don't know, guys. Thank you for listening to the podcast. That's all funny. It's available anywhere podcasts are available. Just search That's All Funny. I got a podcast with my buddy Keith called That's All Kayfabe, where we talk about wrestling. You can find it on its own podcast. Just search That's All Kayfabe anywhere podcasts are available. Both are on Spotify. If you happen to be on there, listen there. Apple too, but it doesn't matter. You can listen to any podcast player you want to, right? It's on YouTube also, youtube.com/@LorenzoAriola. You can find video versions of this podcast, that podcast, and a show I do with the wonderful Mint Salad called Tits and Areolas, where we talk about a movie we watch, play a little game. It's fun. She's hot. I'm a piece of shit. It works out, believe me. You can see that live on YouTube and X at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. ET on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. ET. If you want to check out the patreon.com/Lorenzo Ariola, $5 gives you everything there. Check out me on Twitter at Lorenzo Ariola on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the guy who does all the art for the show at Retrovore Inc. on Twitter and Instagram. Rare Harder Graphic Art. I want to thank y'all for liking, subscribing, listening, viewing, sharing, caring, everything. Take care. Thank you, my Patreon members. Everyone stay safe. Bye.